morning.
Good morning, afternoon instead. In Georgia, it's afternoon. It
Okay,
is
good
afternoon there, I
afternoon.
think.
I feel like we just have not even prepared. We're just like hitting record and just going.
Because if we don't, we'll just talk for an hour and say, oh my gosh,
We
why didn't we
forgot to
ever
hit
hit the record
record.
button? Because when Debbie and I don't really talk much and we don't FaceTime ever unless we're podcasting, so we
Yeah.
get a little carried away. And then after about 10 minutes of conversation, I'm like, I think it would probably be a good idea to press the record button. And today is, well, maybe we should say who we are first.
We are the Periscoping Sisters. Thank you
Yep.
so much for coming to watch our YouTube channel. This is a knitting and creative podcast, mostly knitting, a little bit of sewing here and there,
Mostly shenanigans
mostly
and
shenanigans.
enabling.
Yes. And I'm Debbie. I live in San Diego, California, and I'm the younger sister.
And I'm Amy in Georgia. I am Inked Indigo on Instagram and Indigo Amy on Ravelry. And I'm the older sister. And pretty soon, like next week, I have a birthday, but we are going to move right along.
Right
Continue.
along.
What skein is this? What
This
skein is
is
this?
skein number
17?
19.
Oh,
19.
19. Have I missed the last two
I guess
somehow?
you have. You've been sleeping.
I've been sleeping, not
Yes.
counting very well.
Well, it's Sunday, December 4th, and I have just a couple little
Mhm.
notes over there. So if I'm looking over to the side, that's what I'm doing. So
I have no notes. So if I'm looking out the window, just ignore me.
you're looking at the birds, right?
We finally got rain after 3 months or 4 months without rain. It felt like California here, but
Yeah.
we had some really strange weather this week. We had like tornadoes and
Really?
weird things. Yeah, and then it like is raining. And of course, the one day of the whole year where our little tiny commerce Christmas parade is supposed to happen this afternoon with Skyland, one of three twirlers in this whole town has been canceled because of the rain. So now we've been invited to the Maysville, which is another sleepy town next to us. Been invited to the Maysville parade next week, and so
That'll be
maybe
nice.
Skyland will twirl in that parade. But anyway,
You got to take a little bit of video so you can pop it in at the end of the podcast.
oh
You need to
yes,
remember
for sure.
remember to do that. It's important to
Okay.
document these things.
And I think one of the most important things we must do is show off our holiday nails.
Okay, are you ready? One,
I'm ready.
two, three.
I already got mine up. And I've got a little, not sure if you can see that, a little Christmas tree.
Oh,
Very pretty.
cute.
Oh, I like your bright green. Okay, we had to do that. That was very high priority.
Yes.
So, what you been up to? Do we have
It
any
was
Life is
it
Short
was a
stories?
tough Thanksgiving this year. I don't know why. I really missed Wendy a lot.
You did.
I did. And
Did you put up your tree and unpack some things that reminded you of her? Or...
no, I didn't do that right on Thanksgiving or the day after. We got our tree actually Friday night, just this past Friday night. It still doesn't have any decorations on it. I was able to convince the kids yesterday to help me get the lights on it.
Like
So
a
at
couple
least
years ago when I came, and you're like, I need to do the tree. And I said, your tree's up. And I said, oh my goodness, it has absolutely no things on
ornaments.
it.
Yeah.
And that's what I
So,
did help do. Oh, and okay, so you were missing Wendy.
yes.
I cried a lot over Thanksgiving weekend, like a lot.
Well, you
Only
had
because
different reasons too, right? You had a lot of reasons
yes,
too.
I hadn't seen my son in 83 days.
Were you counting the
He's,
days? I mean, 83, that's a pretty specific number.
I know, no, I had to do the math on my fingers. Um, but I was just thinking before we actually drove down there how many days it had been. No, but I had not been counting the days, although it was really long. It seemed like it was 11 weeks.
That's a
And
long
so
time.
I must show my favorite picture of me and my Jared. Um, so Jared has 2 weeks from 2 days ago. We're less than 2 weeks now until he comes home. Let me show. And I posted this on Instagram.
Oh, that's such a great picture, Aim. That's really good. Look at you with your three pips shawl. What jacket is
I know.
that? I don't remember.
That's That's a jacket that I got when Ronnie and I went to the beach a couple years ago. It was after the season, and we went into this little souvenir shop, and there was only one on the hanger, and it happened to be my size. And she said, I will give it to you 50% off. It's the last one we have. And I said, Oh my gosh, how lucky am I?
Wow.
So, of course, I bought it.
Yeah.
It was like a $75 jacket.
Oh my gosh.
Stupid. So I bought it. And
Have you ever
right.
worn it before that
Oh,
day?
yes, I've
Oh,
worn it.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've worn it since several times. And so it's sort of like scrappy. It's almost like it's got some scrappy things on it, sort of
Yeah.
like an applique. So before we left from the beach that same weekend, we popped in there real quick to do something, the same place. There was another jacket on the thing. She lied to me to sell me the jacket. I was very upset. However, I kept my Yankee under control. Mother would have been very proud of me. But I didn't buy anything else in the store and we left.
Did she
Can you
remember?
believe that?
Did she remember that
She
she
wasn't
told you that?
there. She wasn't there with somebody
Oh.
else.
Okay, you got to take your
So,
microphone a little bit away now. Sorry. I'm sorry. We tested it and everything, and it's still.
check, check, check.
That's probably good.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, so it was really nice to see Jared and Aiken. His girlfriend was there, and just, oh my gosh, I cried when I saw him. And then,
I was so
and,
glad that you
oh yeah, we
called
called
me. Oh
everybody.
my gosh, I got to talk to him. It was so great. He sounds
It,
getting so grown up. My goodness.
I've never seen anybody eat so fast in my life. No lie, Debbie. I I thought I was going to have to do the Heine lick maneuver on him
Really.
right there in the IHOP. I swear he was going to choke. And I
They
said,
probably
son,
have like 5 minutes to eat.
well, they say there's 200 people that need to go through the line and get out of there in 30 minutes. He says, we have it down to 21 minutes. And I said, are you trying to choke to death? Are you trying to see how quickly? I mean, if we were in a wartime situation, you wouldn't be eating food. You'd be out there doing other things. So
Yeah.
what is the deal? So,
Oh my
I mean, and
goodness.
you know how much food you get at IHOP, and he had like pancakes, and he had bacon, and he had eggs, and he had grits, he had
Toast and everything else.
every.
Yeah.
It was all gone. It was done in like 10 minutes. No, I should have timed him. It was it was almost disgusting to watch. I mean, his head was down, and he was just shoving it in there. I'm like, do they teach eating etiquette because they need to go back to the first day and teach you how to eat with etiquette. Oh, but his other hand was in his lap, his elbow wasn't on the table, and they're not allowed to speak a word during meals. They go in there, they go in there, they eat. I mean, it literally is just like going in and fueling up your car, putting gas in your car,
Yeah.
and then you drive away. I mean, that's all food is there for them. So, and I took a cheese pie down for him. He didn't want a piece of cheese pie, but he
Because he
says,
was
but
so
if you would,
full?
well, I guess, and he says, but if you would have brought monkey bread, I would have had some. So I was
Well,
just,
now you know where his priorities are.
yes.
Monkey
So
bread
of
is more
course,
important than cheese pie.
yeah. So the Sunday they get back, he gets back. He graduates December 16th. We're all driving down 3 hours the night before, staying in a hotel and seeing him graduate. And then that Sunday after, we decided to wait to put the Christmas tree up because Jared absolutely loves to put the Christmas tree up. So
Yeah, he'll
we're
really
gonna put
enjoy
it
that.
up that day, and I'm gonna make monkey bread. I'm gonna make some make some dips and chip and have hors d'oeuvres, and we're gonna the whole afternoon we're going to put up the tree and we're going to eat like pigs and we're going to play cards and we're just going to have a good time. So,
That's cool. That'll be fun.
yep.
Be fun.
So, what have you been working on knitting wise?
I've been doing a lot of knitting.
I'm surprised because you have been very, very stressed at work
I
and
know, but I've been coming
I've
home.
talked you down. I've talked you off the bridge one night. I've
I don't even
talked
want
you
to
off
think
the
about it.
ledge the second night,
I don't.
but it's the weekend, so we're going to leave that in the past. So,
Yes,
show me what you've been knitting. You have works in progress or you want to show
I have a
finished objects?
couple finished objects.
Okay.
Is it even in the frame? It is in the frame. Look.
Oh, your cornucopia socks from Lolo did it.
Yes, look at my beautiful socks.
And did they have sparkle, Debbie?
No, there's no
No
sparkle.
sparkle.
It's in her
And
plush
this is
sock
your,
base.
oh, and this is waffle socks, right?
Yeah, blueberry waffle socks. And I just blocked them this morning. I set them outside in the
They look
sun
good,
and they
Deb.
dried right up.
They look really nice.
So I, even though I've been knitting socks for a while and I have a lot of socks in my box of socks and I have a lot of
Mhm.
socks that I made even before my box of socks started,
Right.
I'm still trying to figure out
Your
my
formula.
size, my right size formula because
What is wrong with
some,
are your feet growing?
no, some sock yarns are a little bit plumper and a little bit heavier
Yeah.
than other sock yarns.
Does
And
that make that much
so,
of a difference, though, Debbie? Really?
well, I don't know. So I knit these on 2.5 millimeter instead of 2.25 millimeter.
Okay, we're in the U.S. What number is that?
1 and 1.5.
Okay, gotcha.
Usually, excuse me, I do 2.25, which is the US one, and I do
Okay,
64 stitches. And this yarn is a little bit, it's kind of like Barenville Barefoot Sock. It's definitely plump and
okay,
squishy. So I decided I would try both of these finished objects that I did. Here's my second finished object, and I should put these on the sock blocker. Here, let me take one of these off. I did
I've
them.
got emergency snacks today.
Okay, you eat your emergency snack. I did both
Okay,
of these on 2.5 millimeter needles, which is a 1.5 US one and a
with
half,
64 stitches.
64 stitches. And
Those came out so beautifully.
these are my speckled space socks that I knit.
Hmm.
See how they're just a little bit looser, which
Well,
is fine.
if your sock blockers were walking around wearing the socks, they may be loose, but how do they fit on your
So,
feet?
so you know how I'm always worried about my high instep
Yes,
and
yes,
the fish
yes.
lips kiss heel maybe would pull a little bit tight. So I don't know if you can see it on here, but starting right about here,
Yes.
I added some stitches and made like a tiny little gusset right there. Can you see that?
Okay. No, but that's okay. I take your word for it.
And it ended up then my I think I knit them the foot too long. And I actually marked my sock ruler, so I'm just going to have to not go that far when I do my actual socks. I like the fabric. I did 64
See, if
stitches.
you would have done top down, you wouldn't have had that problem, but
Well,
that's okay.
I know, I don't know. So these are going to be more like not wearing my shoes socks, but like cozy,
You never wear any
squishy.
of your socks in your shoes. You
I do
walk around your
so.
house with them.
No, I do. I do. I
Okay.
wear them in my shoes.
Okay, so those will be house socks,
These will be
like the
more house
house
socks that I wear
elf.
with slippers because
Okay.
they're a little bit squishier and a little bit looser and not, if I wore them in
If you,
shoes, my foot
hey,
might slide around inside my shoes.
if you have another baby, your foot will grow a little bigger and they'll fit you perfectly.
Not
Maybe we should talk
happening.
about that.
Not
Okay,
happening.
moving on. They are
So,
beautiful, Debbie. Those both pair are gorgeous.
thank you.
And you knit two at a time, toe up.
Two
So
at a
they're
time,
both
toe
done
up.
at the
Yes.
same
And
time.
there was an Ask Me Anything question in our Ask Me Anything thread where one of the gals said, "You and Amy talk about don't wear your socks in your shoes, and should you not wear your socks in your shoes?" And Amy doesn't think I should not wear, Amy thinks I shouldn't wear my socks without shoes. Because why? Don't you think they get more friction and more wear when they're in your shoes? I wear them with slippers
um,
sometimes, but I have tile
no,
floor.
I have
You're
this, well,
just worried that they're going to get dirty.
I have this thing, I guess, with myself that I don't walk around the house with bare feet or socks, period. I just don't. I always have my slides on, I have my flip-flops on,
Because you think it's
and
dirty?
well, I know it's dirty. I mean, God, whose house isn't dirty? No, I would just, I don't know. I think of my socks as things like my wraps, where it's, I don't know. I mean, and if you
Oh,
know, see, but that's the thing. I've got all these socks that I've knit, and I haven't worn them because I don't want to get them dirty. I don't
Amy,
know.
you're
I don't
supposed to
know.
wear them.
I know. I need to make the leg a little longer so I can get those. Okay, so when I lose 50 pounds, I'm going to buy these cute little boots at the bottom and then wear these black leggings and then wear my socks up above the boots with my little black skinny legs. And so that is, but then again, if I lose 50 pounds, then I'm going to have to change my gauge and then my sock will be a different kind of sock. So we'll have to think about that weight loss thing. That may
Okay,
cramp
so
my
look at what
style.
I got. With these two socks,
You got a full box of socks.
I think I have my full box of socks. One, two,
And
three,
it's
four,
not
five, six,
even
seven, eight,
the
nine,
end of the
10,
year.
11, 12. Kristen's going to be so proud of me. Look at my
Wow.
box of socks.
Oh, Debbie, so pretty.
Aren't they
And they're all
great?
so different. Mm-hmm. Always a lot of pinks and blueies
One.
there.
Okay, I'm going to count. I'm going to count. One, 2,
5,
3.
9, 12, 4,
I have
6.
3 Bernwola, 2 Lolo did it, 2 Cozy Knitter, 1 Legacy Fiber Arts, 1 Andre Sunit sock blank, 1 Yarn Cafe Creations, 1 Spun Right Round, I think it is, and 1 Miss Babs. I think
And
that's all of them.
one very full brain to remember all those things because I would not.
Isn't it
Very
great?
nice.
And I
That's
still
great,
have one
Debbie.
more pair on the needles because I have Connie's socks on the needles.
Oh yeah, your bright wacky socks.
Yeah.
Okay, well
So
I've got a pair. Okay, so aren't you proud of me for knitting my very first vanilla socks
round of
ever?
applause. Very proud
They
of
are
you.
my Arnie and Carlos.
Oh, they're great, Aim.
Aren't they great? Now, after I knit the first, I don't remember which one was first. I think this one was first. Somebody on Instagram said, "Oh, did you pull from the outside of the ball to do your Eye of Partridge every other rose so you wouldn't screw up your—" No, I did not.
Well, with a
But
pattern
thank you
sock
very
like
much.
that,
But thank you very much. But I did it in my second one, and look how pretty it came out. But you
you
know what?
can't even
Honestly,
tell. You
you
can't
really
even
can't
tell.
tell. They're very much they're
Well,
pretty close.
well, they're not matching socks. I mean,
No,
oh,
who
you
wants to
start.
have
Oh, that's
matching
right. You
socks?
start top down. Okay, sorry. Yes,
But
they
who
are.
wants matching socks? Those people who have matching socks and labor and and worry over that, you just live me crazy because I love mismatched socks. And if they were more mismatched, I'd love them even more.
Kind of like mine. Look at these.
I'm just a Pippi Longstockings. Yeah, that's what happens when you do two at a time toe up.
Look at how well they
Okay.
match.
Okay, yeah. So you will get the prize when people see those two little inches on the top of your Mary Janes when you're out and about and they don't see the rest. Very good.
It just makes
And
me happy.
that does make you happy. Do what makes you happy. And I have several other things that I've been knitting on that I can't show you just yet, but if we don't talk about it, you won't miss it.
Right.
One day you'll be able to see them.
Okay, let me finish my sock talk and show you my last pair of socks. I
Okay.
showed these before and they haven't had much love because I wanted to get those other 2 done because I was closer to being done.
Yeah.
But look at these.
I know. I love those, Debbie. That Mina's pattern you're using?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Cutie patootie. I love that. God, it almost looks like they're. It almost looks like it's striped on the bottom. That neon, doesn't it, Deb?
Yeah. Yeah, the yellow,
At least for
the
that
way
one.
the yarn is pooling, there's like a yellow stripe
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in between the other pink.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I love that.
think because this bright yellow is her MCN, I think I'm just going to do this yarn all the way up the heel because I don't want to do MCN on the heel.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll pop the MCN again on the cuff at the
But
top.
if you think about it, your heel is less scratchy than your ape toes nails.
My toenails are trimmed nice and smooth.
Neat. They're not like Daddy's. Hi,
No.
Dad. Okay, we're not going to talk about Daddy's toenails, but he is going to get them trimmed instead of trying to cut them himself. So I'm very proud.
Good.
Very pretty. I love them.
They're nice and bright. I can't wait to work on those.
They are
And
nice and
these are
bright.
in my Chili Knits
Of
bag
course, they must be.
when we did our bag swap at Rhinebeck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
Very
did you
pretty.
see her latest podcast, Chili Knits podcast?
I was in the middle of watching it when you called me and said, "You have 10 minutes and I'll be ready." And I said, "Yes, drill sergeant." So I stood up and I turned it off and I came in here. I got organized and I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm sitting here knitting, waiting,
I was
waiting. And I'm
waiting
like,
for
"Are you
you.
done
Okay,
yet?"
all right, hush.
And you're like, "I'm not done. I'm not ready."
Did you get to the part where Solange was in there with her yet?
Yes. It sounds like she's got a cold or something.
A little bit, maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know. But when she talks about the artist, you can totally
Picture.
tell how
Mm.
passionate she is
Yeah.
about her craft,
Mm-hmm.
it was just so inspiring. I put a note down at the bottom, like
Mm-hmm.
when you finish off that podcast, you just want to go out and you want to draw or paint or do something that's
Yeah.
creative because
And she's so funny. Isn't the artist that she chose, isn't he dead too? In the first podcast, she said, "Well, this artist is
dead.
dead." And then Connie's
Connie
looking at
was
her
like,
like, "He's passed, mother." Just like I was laughing so hard. And then she says, "Well," and Solange said this time, "Well, we're not going to talk about that this person is dead." And she just kept on moving along. I think this guy's dead too. And oh, the two of them, they're so funny. But
oh
didn't she
gosh,
die? The first one so pretty.
oh
She
my
died the
goodness,
yarn.
that color
Yeah,
is gorgeous.
is really pretty. So what did I haven't gotten to the end. What did she say she's going to do with it? Is she putting it in her? Is she giving
She
it as a
didn't
giveaway
say.
or?
She didn't say. I don't know if she's gonna have that as a new colorway in her shop
Hmm,
now or what.
I don't
But
know. We'll
this
have to find
new
out.
artist, oh my gosh.
He's a abstract
And she put
expressionist.
in, wait till you get to the end and you see the pictures
Pictures?
that
Oh,
she
okay.
put
I
in
didn't
at
get
the
that far.
end because she put pictures of him working and oh, it was just so inspiring. So
So this
Connie,
is this is
keep going.
Connie
It's
Chili Knits
awesome.
podcast, ChiliKnitz. Yes, Chili Knits podcast. She's got her second podcast up. You must go over and watch. She is
Yes.
obviously from Chile. She was there at Rhinebeck with us and Sue and Chelsea, and we're going to see you at Rhinebeck next
Next
year. And I'm
year.
getting ready to put together a little package to send off to Chile here tomorrow. So
Okay.
I don't know. Isn't it weird for them? I mean, she's getting sort of in the middle of summer and they have
Yeah.
Christmas in the summertime.
Well, when you grow up like
Weird.
that, that's
I
all
know
you
that's normal.
know. It's just like
Yeah, I
when we
guess
have
so.
Easter in the springtime. Well, there it's in the fall,
Well,
I mean, it's just,
in
it's
Pennsylvania,
different.
there's snow on the ground or 14 inches like one Easter we had.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that the only finished? Do you have any more whips? I saw your socks.
I have a few more whips, but why don't you tell me something? You show something.
Well, I just cast on last night. I had to check a couple free patterns on Ravelry because I'm having to knit another chemo cap.
What is it with all these friends of yours?
I don't know. It's actually the granddaughter of one of my patients, and the gr-
Granddaughter?
and the granddaughter is my age. And
Oh, Aim. She's in her 40s and what kind of
yeah,
cancer does she have?
she has colorectal cancer and it's metastasized to her liver.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't. So she's having chemo every other week. She's got a port, and she already lopped off 6 inches of her hair, thick blonde with undertones of red, and she's cut it to her shoulders. And so I just got out some of my DK. This is Dancing Dog Dye Works, and so
That's pretty, Aim. She'll
thank
really
you. Another
appreciate
chemo
that
cap.
bright
I think she
colors.
will. I said something to her. I said, um, I mean, we talk. I mean, she's our age. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And she says they said it's stage 4. Well, no, she says they can't. There's no such thing as remission for me. And I said, why? What do you mean? She says it's stage 4, and I didn't know it was stage 4, which is the highest stage. She says I'm glad it's a large cell carcinoma versus a small cell carcinoma because they say that's easier to treat. And I mean, she's got a great team working with her, and she's got an 18-year-old and 22-year-old, I think. And so, so she'll
That,
have a nice bright hat. So when she needs it.
yeah.
So
And her name's
anyway,
Leslie, right?
her name is Leslie.
Okay, so
Yep.
prayers out to Leslie. Keep her
Prayers for Leslie.
in your prayers,
Yep.
people.
So that's about all I got going on and some other things I can't show. So what are some of your whips? Oh, I want to
Well,
show my emergency snack. My husband got a wild hair and he says, let's make pecan clusters. And I said, you don't have to ask me twice. So we've made some pecan
ooh,
clusters.
look at that.
They're really yummy. And remind me because I've got a recipe to share later on.
Okay,
I've
now
got
I just
something
have to
else here.
remind you of something else. I don't know whether you want to push your screen away from you a little bit, but you keep leaning over, and I know your head's going to get caught off the screen because you're not staying in the middle of your screen.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Let me push it.
Okay,
Is that
that's good.
better?
Yeah. Um,
Okay. Well, my emergency snacks are a little far from me. I have to reach.
oh,
That's why
it'll
I'm
be,
going like that.
oh, that's why.
That's what I just bring them closer. I'll bring these
Okay.
closer because it is an emergency when you got a pecan cluster in front of you.
I don't
Okay,
have
carry on.
any snacks, but I do have two other cast-ons that I casted on since we podcast last.
Okay,
And I
show
made,
them.
I made a lot of progress on one of them at least. You may recall last time that I was deciding to make a Madewell sweater.
I had to have recalled, and everything was still in the skein. They weren't even caked up. And looky. Wow, Debbie, look how far you've gotten. Wow. Isn't that Baronful of the Perfect Gray? Is that what that's called?
It's called the Best Gray Ever.
The best gray ever, excuse me. Oh, that is so pretty, Debbie. Look how those little stripes come in. It's almost,
And then the
I don't
back.
know, like a,
This is her Silky Bear. And this is
reminds me of a
also, it's
newspaper.
fingering, but it's also really plump. It almost feels like it's DK.
Hmm.
Um, I'm alternating two skeins.
Oh, very nice. Wow, beautiful. All right, now you're getting close to adding.
I know, I think so.
Okay,
Because I've
so
got,
show it.
I could probably even put it
Hmm.
on.
Be careful, don't lose those needles or you'll have to cuss and then we'll have to edit and you don't like to edit. And it has a band. It has a well,
Yeah, it has a
so-called button
front
band with no
band. Let me
buttons.
see if I can turn around and show you the back.
Oh, looks so good, Debbie. What size are you making? You
I
making
think
the
I am making, now Sue,
She made the extra large, didn't
no,
she?
she made the 3 extra large.
She made the 3X?
Yeah, this goes from extra small all the way up to 4 extra large. And I'm making the third from the biggest size, the XXL. Because I don't want it to be too form fitting. I
The
want it to
2X.
be,
Okay.
yeah, I want it to be, kind of just a comfy throw on cardigan sweater.
Okay.
And the sweater, I think, is made to be rather fitted. The arms are
Ah,
rather fitted, and it's just a basic cardigan, but I wanted
almost
it
like
to
the
be
featherweight,
roomy.
but not
Yes,
as a little bit more room in the front than the featherweight
right.
has.
So the only thing I really have to figure out, since I have 3 skeins of the Best Gray Ever, and then I have my dark skein with the pink
Mm-hmm.
pops,
Which
pink
you're
and
going to
yellow
show us right
pops.
now.
Oh, I need to show that.
Yeah, that would be very mean not to show it. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, Debbie, that is going to be so cool.
So
How are you going to stripe that? Have you figured that out yet?
no, that's
Or when
why I
you're going to
kind of
start it?
haven't. That's why I kind of have been kind of scared to keep going because I do want to go a little bit farther before I put it in. Now I'm all
Well, you can
tangled up.
always do this. You could, since you're going to do all the way down the body before you do the arms, correct?
Yes, and that's another thing because I have one skein left, and I'm going to have two little bits left of the other two balls. So I'm worried that this part of the arm is going to be with the two balls, and then the other ball is going to come and be different maybe here. But I just got to try it out. I
All right,
may
so whatever you have left over after you do the body, you're going to
split in half.
equal it, split in half,
Yeah, I'm going
correct?
to have to
Okay.
stripe it in.
And what I would do is whenever you want to start the striping of that one black skein on the body,
Yeah,
then do it.
I'm trying to
And
look
then
at my chow glue needles to see what size I'm using. I think I'm using a
when you
size
get done
5
with whatever you want to use with the body, you're going to split that into so you'll have equal parts for the
for the
arms, right?
sleeves.
Did you notice that's a non engineering approach to it? However,
Yes.
that's just basic common sense. So at least I have some basic common sense
And you know
knowledge.
what I learned when I took a class at Stitches West? I learned that in general, the body takes up 2/3 of your yarn and the sleeves take up 1/3.
Oh,
So if you're ever
even if
wondering,
you have big boobs.
well, if you're going to modify the pattern a lot to add a bunch of fabric in the front, then you might have an issue. Maybe a little bit more than 1/3, 2/3. But in general,
Correct.
that's what they say. 1/3 for the sleeves and 2/3 for the body.
Okay.
So I do have 3 skeins of
Well, you
gray.
know what they say about they.
They know
They knows
everything.
everything. That's right. They know everything.
So you don't have any more knitting to show? This is like the Debbie Knitting podcast.
I
Let
don't
me
have
show
any
my
more
last
knitting that
thing.
I can show or that I feel comfortable showing right now.
Okay,
Got
so I
some
haven't
things in the
gotten that
works.
far on this, but remember last time I was gonna start a Pure Joy shawl with my with my not Baron with my Wool and
Mm-hmm.
Vine yarns. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
started it, and I noticed on Instagram that Jilly from the vegan Jilly from the Knitting Broomstick podcast and Sarah from the Love Sock Wool podcast, they had both cast on Pure Joys. So we decided to
Mm.
do a very informal little knit along in our group. So we each have a
Thanks for
thread.
inviting me. I appreciate that.
I
Just
told you
saying.
about it. Don't
I know
make it
you
seem
did.
like I'm
Okay.
so mean.
Okay, you
So
told me
anyway,
about it. I just
it's
forgot.
totally informal. If you're knitting the Pure Joy shawl and you want to share what yarn you're using in chat and just visit with us, go on to any of our Ravelry groups and pop it in the thread. So this is my.
How you liking it, Debbie?
I'm liking it. It's a lot looser gauge kind of than what I'm used to for a fingering weight yarn.
What
My
size needles are you using?
these are a 6, I believe. I'm using
Hmm.
my interchangeable Haya sharps, and for some reason it's really impossible to see.
Isn't that what you, isn't well, wear your granny glasses first of all. You must put them on.
I'll use this instead because I'm smart like that. 6, a US
Well, didn't you use a
6.
6 for your 3 pips or did you use 5?
No, I usually use a 5, sometimes a
Okay, so
4.
it's a little bigger, so it is a little looser.
But
Oh, Debbie, that's really pretty.
look at how pretty it is.
Is it pretty memorizable? I mean, I know it's short rows and stuff, but don't you have to
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
it's not
count or
hard.
make?
No, no, no.
Okay,
No, it's pretty easy.
okay.
So this is Kristen's Stellar Banshee
Mm-hmm.
colorway, and it's on her sparkle base. So it's got some stellina in it. And then this green is uncommon thread in the yarn culture um, everyday sock, I think it's called. And the colorway is Zitouni. This is the uncommon thread
Mm.
everyday sock. And
Isn't that
then
the name of Mom's yarn store?
common threads.
Oh. Okay,
Common threads.
okay.
And then this is, of course,
I wonder if uncommon thread and common threads. I wonder if they were ever they got divorced. Maybe one said I'm taking uncommon. You know what? I've got two of Kristen's yarns that I got at the India Entangled, and I think I'm gonna save one for my Christmas Eve cast on.
yeah, you were saying her Deck the Halls colorway, I think you said.
Yes,
So this is
and
living in my Mrs. Brown's bag. And oh my gosh, you guys, like
yeah, deck the halls.
that's the color that Sarah is using for her um this gosh, I can't speak now.
She's using the deck the halls for the pure joy.
Yes, for the Pure Joy. She's doing a
Oh,
Christmas
cool.
shawl. But look at you guys. Look at how these colors are like the same exact colors as what's in the bag. Pink, green, orange, pops of yellow.
Very
So I
nice.
got lucky.
Is that a nice relaxing knit?
It is because it's mostly just garter, and then there's some
So it
little
was
short
named
rows.
very well.
Yes, it is a pure
Okay.
joy to knit.
Okay.
And I'm also knitting on my cozy memories blanket with my five
I
legacy fiber
saw.
arts.
Oh, okay. So
Can I show those?
those 50 of us who were very, very lucky to get the 24 skeins of Christmas. Is that what they were called? 25 skeins of Christmas, 24 skeins of Christmas. Debbie. Oh my gosh. Are you doing
One,
them in order?
two, three, four.
Mm-hmm. That was the order. One, two, three, four. Since today is the fourth, we're not.
Oh, your number 4 has a lot of blue in it. Mine is mostly pink and
Mine's
green.
green. Here, wait a minute.
Mine has a little bit of blue.
Mine is a little bit of blue.
Yeah, yours has a lot
It's
more.
and also the light. I've got a really yellow light today because it's raining outside and
I
Oh
don't
my
know if
gosh, Sue and
Sue,
Chelsea.
if you watch this, I'm sure she'll watch us eventually when she's
She
so
doesn't
busy.
even know who we are. What are you
Oh
talking
hush.
about?
Did you mean to do sparkle, no sparkle, sparkle, no
Is that
sparkle?
how it's coming
Yes,
out?
it's alternated. I noticed that today, and I don't know
Oh
if she did
yes, I
that on
see.
purpose or not.
Yes, I see that now.
But see, look, I also put this one in my blanket.
You know that she always has a.
This
Oh,
is
that's
one of the
pretty.
ones from her Christmas that I little end that she gave me when we were at Rhinebeck.
Oh,
This is from one
yes.
of her other Christmas
Mm-hmm.
something. I don't know the names of it. And then this is
She's
from my.
screaming at it at you right now.
I'm sorry, so I don't
You
remember.
should know that already. You
I
should
don't
know
remember the name.
that. Okay, keep on.
And then this is my from my Barangula socks. This is the
Let me see how
mojito.
big your blanket is, Debbie.
I don't
You
know
know,
if I can
everybody's
do.
falling down that crochet rabbit hole.
I know. I'm
Oh,
not
that's
going to do
pretty,
it.
Deb. I know, me neither. I can't. As
Not
pretty
yet.
as they are, I've already got 3 blankets started. Wait a minute. One, two. Yes, that's pretty. Wow.
It's pretty
Is yours
long.
as wide as you want it to be?
I think it's as wide as I want it to be because when I lay it on
Okay.
my lap, like just sitting on the chair, it's about this far off the ground on either side. So it goes up
Oh,
and
yeah.
over. I'm making it kind of like a lap blanket for an old
One,
person sitting in a wheelchair.
one person or two people? Old person for the wheelchair.
It's by
Okay.
the time it's done, it'll probably be me.
It probably will
I will be
be.
the old person in the wheelchair, and I'll be able
And
to
you
go.
won't remember who
Where
made it.
did
You'll be
I
like,
get this blanket?
That's
It
a
sure
pretty
is pretty.
blanket. You'll ask James and Luke, Did you make this for me? And they'll say, Yes, mother.
And
We
then
knit it for you.
this is a beautiful little skein that I
Oh, that's
got
pretty.
from Shannon. This one and this one
How do you remember all those, Debbie?
because I
Is that
just
an
put them
N?
in. I just put them
Oh,
in.
okay.
That's how I
Duh.
remembered.
Okay, there you go. Let me see the back. Have you woven in your ends?
I have. I weave in my ends as I go. So the only ones that aren't woven in are the
Oh,
top ones.
wow. Debbie, very good.
See? I'm good
Nice.
at that.
Very nice.
So when I fold it in half, it's about
Uh-huh.
that big. See?
That's good, Debbie.
I just
Very
love
pretty.
look at how pretty and bright those colors are.
Hmm. They
So
really are.
I have to add some more at the top here so I can keep going up. I think I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do a couple rows so that they're all together.
Ah,
But I haven't.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with mine.
I don't think I've touched this blanket since last Christmas, last winter.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, and I
until
have to
recently.
pop this one in.
Mm-hmm. Cornucopia.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with all my minis. I'm thinking about making some socks, some more socks, maybe. I don't know.
You gonna do
Just
scrappy
saying.
socks?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know. Okay, should we talk? We haven't talked any business things before we get to enabling. Should we talk about our 3,000 subscriber giveaway?
Yes.
And are we going to choose that person right now?
If you would
Because you know
like
how
to.
I would love to. Go ahead. I'll just sit here and watch you do it all.
Which
Okay,
do you
hold on.
want to do? Do you want to do the group or do you want to do the random?
What do
Should
you
we
mean
show the
group?
prizes first?
What do you mean group?
Do you want to be in the group to tell which to look up the number, or do you want to do the random number
Oh, I
generator?
can't do the random generator because
Okay,
I always somehow can screw that up very
I will do
easily
that.
without
I
even
will go.
trying.
So you go to
Okay,
the
so I'm going to go
group,
to the group. I'm going to the group as we speak.
and I'm going to
Can
random.org.
you tell we're all very prepared for this? This is called off the cuff.
Okay, I'm going to show
It's
one
called
of the
in
prizes.
the raw, although we're clothed, so don't even go there. Okay,
This
so
is
let me
one of the
see.
prizes.
Oh, Debbie. Good thing I've got what like it, but I really don't. I don't have that Zentangle. Mine's the feather. Isn't that beautiful? Debbie. Oh, and it's a pretty big bag, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same size as yours.
Oh, it looks bigger. Okay,
Well,
so
the
we have
Zentangle panel is a little bigger, but the size of the bag is the same. Okay,
we
so
have
how
got
many do we have?
163.
Okay, so I'm going to enter in number 2 through 163. See?
Uh-huh. Gotcha. Okay, generate.
Generate. Number 20.
Oh, that should be in one of the first. Number
Can you
20.
see that?
Okay. Yes, I can see that. I'm going to the second page and I have to go back now to the first page. And number 20 is Yarn Junkie Mom.
Oh, good.
Yarn Junkie Mom. I still remember the episode where one of you was reading Gone Girl to your parents. That would be me. All I could think of was there is no way I could read that to my mom. I would be so embarrassed at the grown up parts. I can just hear my mother's voice. Oh my gosh, if I did. I laughed so hard watching that episode. From that moment on, you girls had me hooked. I'm so glad you guys have stuck with it. The highlight of my week is seeing the notification pop up that you guys have a new podcast uploaded. Love you guys. Chrissy. Thanks,
Oh, thanks,
Chrissy.
Chrissy. So you
Yarn
win.
Junkie Mom. Oh, you only know what you win, part of what you win.
And she was with us from the very beginning because that was the
I
very
know.
first episode.
And is she going to win both prizes? I think she needs to.
Should we draw again and just do a random prize then and have 2 winners?
Maybe we should.
Or 3? Let's do 3.
Well, how many things would you like to give
Well,
away? I have a whole stack of yarn I could just pick and
I
choose.
know, and I have so much stuff.
Okay, so let's do, since there's 3,000, we'll do 3.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me get my secretary. Hold on a minute.
So this was the first prize. There's only
Okay,
one of these. This is the grand prize. We picked the grand prize first.
okay. So Yarn Junkie Mom, and she was
Earthquake.
number 20. She gets the bag. What? My secretary can't help it sometimes. Okay, so
So she's
let's.
just getting the bag. No, no
She's
yarn
getting
with
the
her.
bag.
Okay.
Okay, okay, so we're gonna do another one. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Do it again,
Do it
Debbie. Do it
again.
again, Debbie.
Okay, I'm going back to random.org. Give me the
Okay.
total number again. Sorry, I forgot. I have
Do
to
I
write
gotta
that
do
down.
everything? Hang on a second.
163, something
No,
like that.
hold on. No, let's make sure we have it right. 163. Yes.
I kind of am good with numbers like that, in case you
Well,
didn't know.
okay, Miss
Okay,
Engineer.
2 through 163 generate.
Yes.
127.
127. Okay, let's look. She's probably on page 6. Okay, 127. I shouldn't say she, but it is a she. Paula K. Knits.
Yay!
Yay, Paula K. Knits. Oh, hold on. Let me get my secretary, Paula K. Knits. And she said, congrats on 3,000s. I crack up on every episode, but I'd have to say Amy reading Gone Girls. Oh my gosh, is that the favorite episode? To your
Everybody
parents
stopped
makes me smile
watching after that
every
first
time the
one.
book. No, they did not. They said, how could they? Okay, so Paula, look what you're getting. Up in Yarns, a skein of Up in Yarns. It is their Twinkle Toes. So it's sock yarn with a sparkle. It's called Bursting in Purple.
Oh, Amy, that's so pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's almost like it has a rainbow with
Yes.
purple sort of as the background.
Oh, so pretty. That would be
So,
gorgeous socks. Yeah.
isn't it though?
Where's Luke? Okay. One more?
Okay, yes, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Ready?
Okay, ready, set.
Generate. 82.
82. So maybe that's on page 3, maybe. We got pretty lucky. Maybe 4.
And we got to think of another little prize for that.
Okay, 82. Uh-oh. Remember what Paula K. Knit's number was? This is Seesaw 432. Seesaw 432.
Bye, James.
Let me see it.
Okay, yes. Seesaw
And she says there are so many, however, the Nana Beck sweater is my favorite. Nanabeck. Okay, so Seesaw 432, you're gonna get a surprise because Debbie and I, neither of us even know what we're sending you. So
Yes, and I
we
think I
will pick out
probably
something
have
beautiful.
some stitch markers.
I've got plenty of those.
We got some that were gifted to the podcast.
Hmm.
Oh, and you know what? I had meant to. I'm gonna have to put it in a thread somewhere. We got a coupon code from one of the friends that we met at Rhinebeck.
And I'm going to, and I'm sure Debbie will agree, if Yarn Junkie Mom, Paula K Knits, and Seesaw 432, if you could get in touch with us, or we'll maybe we'll get in touch with you one way or the other. But I would like to, if either three of you would like one of the patterns that are in my Ravelry store, I will more than likely or more than happy to gift you one of those patterns. You just tell me which one and I will get that over to you.
Yes,
So
that's a good idea. So look
we
in
will,
Amy's and in mine, and we can gift the
okay.
pattern as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll figure out what Seesaw 432 will get. Otherwise, the other girls, we figured that out. Okay. Since we're talking admin, well, we're really not talking, this is not really admin. Guess what else I made for the first time today? Well, the others I didn't make for the first time. Look what else I have sitting on my,
Oh my goodness, what is that? That looks like it has cream cheese frosting.
it does.
I need a bite of that.
Okay, okay, get close. Go ahead. Ah. Okay, this is what I went to the dentist this week. No cavities, thank you very much. These are called pumpkin muffins. You know, I am up for making any kind of recipe as long as it has five or less ingredients. That is so like up my alley. So basically, can you see that,
Yeah,
Deb?
but you need to pull it back a little bit. You're too close because it's getting cut off. Move it to your left, the other left.
Okay, that is my left.
Right
Okay, so you take one box, you use one box of the spice cake mix. Don't follow the directions. All you need is the mix. And you get one small can of pumpkin, like you would make pumpkin pie. You put about 3 tablespoons of oil, any kind, mix it all together, and it's really thick and gloppy. You stick it in muffin tins and you bake it at 350 for 22 minutes. And you put cream cheese frosting on top. Oh my gosh, they're really good.
Wow, that looks yummy.
So
And they're
that's
very
just a little,
healthy, right?
sure, whatever you think. Pumpkin is a vegetable. So we'll call it very
They're
healthy.
vegetable muffins. Okay, now my son
That's
needs to
right.
send me a note. What do
Is
you?
that Lukey? Is that Ghastly
Yeah.
Luke? Oh, let me
No, it's
see him.
actually James Jr.
Okay, James Jr., let me see you little smarty pants. Mr. got almost every question correct on the SAT. Mr. going to Berkeley. I want you to go to Berkeley. We go
Hello.
Berkeley. Hey,
Hi.
what you doing?
He's getting ready to go to his pitch it forward
Oh
seminar
yeah,
thing that he does. So
cool.
he's taking my car because Dad took the truck. So
Okay, so we've got a lot of enabling to talk about. Okay,
a
remember
ton.
last podcast we were talking about sweet Ann Tudor, our sweet, sweet glass artist friend.
Yes,
You know, remember how I went on and on about her incredible Christmas trees?
I remember.
Oh, she got you up too. You guys, aren't these the coolest? You know this takes time. You've got to go over to Ann Tudor. Ann, I love it so
I'm
much.
trying
And
to get it in
actually,
the screen. Is that
I
right?
love it so. Yes, it looks perfect. Right, perfect. I'm actually going to put mine right on my beautiful hat that I'm making Leslie. I'm
I've
putting it
been
on.
using it as a zipper pull on my bag.
Well, I almost put it on my bag as a zipper pull, your bag that you gifted me, but instead I put this little
Oh,
one I got.
cute.
And she also, did she send you something else in that little package? Hold on a minute, where is it?
I think it,
It's like, I'm going to put it on the tree. It says Jingle Bells, Jingle All the Way. It's a little,
yes. I put this as a zipper pull too. And she
I
sent
love
mine is
it.
red.
Oh,
And
cute.
mine says it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is. And you are so sweet. Thank you so much. And the little I know the little um that would be a snowflake that just came to my mind.
And the little glass bead, I'm sure, is one that she made.
Oh yeah. So pretty.
Those are
Thank
so
you so
cute.
much for my little Christmas tree, Anne, and
It's
my
almost
little
like a little
other
zipper
thing.
pull. I mean, like a little keychain thing that you could put on your keychain.
I know I'm gonna put mine on my Christmas tree once I get my Christmas tree up. Okay, so another one of our favorite friends, Melissa, Nitty by Nature. She has got to lose my address. I swear to you, she is just way too generous with things.
Yeah,
But
I
she
don't.
did send some things for giveaways. So we're definitely going to have, I mean, just hold on a second.
Oh, look how cute. A little
Cute. I mean,
hat.
little hat, yep. And hang on a minute. And she's got a new button, which was so cute that I think she says her daughter drew and she put it on a button.
I got that too.
There's a
She
shadow.
sent
I
me
mean,
some stuff now. I can't remember where I put it.
here's another.
Man, I can't find it. Oh,
A little
we need to
sheepy.
pass on one of those for the giveaway for the
Oh
3,000
yes,
subscriber
absolutely
giveaway.
we will.
Did
And
you
I was
get
talking.
my other little package that I sent you with the stuff from Michelle?
Yes, I
Okay.
did. Yes, I did. Michelle was so sweet. I mean, look at this. Hang on a second and we'll talk about Michelle.
Oh my goodness. Now,
This
how
little
can she afford to just be giving all this stuff away? Because we're not the only podcast that she gives things to.
she's independently wealthy.
I guess so.
I'm only kidding.
Go over
Don't
there
know if
and
she is
support
or
her
not.
shop, you guys.
She
She is so
I
generous.
keep telling her you need to quit because you're not going to make it. And then I was talking about something about pom poms and having trouble finding. What does she send? She sends me a pom pom. You can't say nothing around her. You
I
got to keep your
know.
lips closed.
I know. She's just.
Melissa, thank you so much. So Nitty by Nature is a place you will find all kinds of things in her shop. I mean, she's got stitch markers and things that you wouldn't think that you could find anywhere else. She's got them.
I don't know where she
And
gets them from, where she sources them from, but she needs to keep it a
she's
secret.
not going to tell you
No,
either.
because
She
she's
needs to keep it a
awesome.
secret. And Love by Little Maps.
Love by Little Map.
Love by Little Map.
Look at what she
That's a,
sent me.
oh my gosh, Debbie. Is
Look
that
at the Moomin
crochet? Oh my God, that is so cute. Look at the Santa.
and the little Moomin. I got to show my Moomin. It's a little gold Moomin. Look at him.
Oh, I bet you Sue and Chelsea are going to be
And look at what else she
jealous of
sent.
that.
You got some of these too.
Yes,
Sue and
she
Chelsea got
was,
some too.
yeah, I'm putting that on my Christmas tree. She was so sweet. I don't know how
They're
she
adorable.
remembered. She has one for me, one for Sky,
And
and
one
one
for
for Morgan,
Morgan. I
my
know.
husband's daughter. How sweet was that?
So
Thank you
adorable.
so much.
Thanks,
They're,
Michelle.
and Morgan is actually coming down. Her birthday's January 2nd. She's going to drive down from Tennessee on the 3rd because she doesn't go back to school until the end of January. So she's coming down for a couple weeks. So
Nice.
I'll leave the Christmas tree up. Yeah, so
So
I'll be able to
you
give
know
her
what
the.
I did
What did you do? No, I
when
already
I
know. No, I
saw
don't know.
I was so excited when I saw this when the yarn get your yarn wish granted was going around on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yes.
She
Yes.
had posted a yarn wish for a
Who's
bag.
she? Who's she?
Michelle.
Oh, she did.
So I
I
sent
wonder.
her a bag. I'm so happy to
Oh,
be able to send
did she
something
get it
over.
already?
Yeah, she got it already.
Good.
I stuck a couple little cute things in there for her daughters too. She has the cutest little girls. Have you seen
That's
her little
sweet.
girls?
Yes. Yep.
So cute.
I was really taken back. Somebody had actually wanted the flying seagull socks pattern.
Oh,
And by
really?
the time I was late to the party, so by the time I went into the comments to say, "Hey, I got you," somebody else had gifted it to her, and it was funny because it was early in the day. I noticed that I got a notification that somebody gifted those, but I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
So I then messaged the girl that gifted the pattern to the other girl, and I said, "If you would like one of my patterns. I will gift you because you were so generous in gifting my pattern to somebody else. I will gift you one of my patterns. And she said, "Oh my gosh." She says, "Actually, I would really love the Flying Seagull Socks pattern." So I gifted her the Flying Seagull Socks pattern. I thought that was really fun, but it is really makes you feel really good,
I
you know?
love that. And last year I
Hmm.
didn't really get in on the part. I granted a couple wishes, but I didn't really get into it early enough to even put a wish out there, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did get a wish granted. Linda um sent me some yarn last year out of the
Oh,
blue, and
yeah.
it's so sweet. So
I
this
don't
year
know. I just feel like I have so much, and it's
I
just, I
know,
don't
and
know. I can't ask
that's
for
why
things.
I only did
People have been
two,
so
and they were
generous.
granted within just like 30 minutes, and they were I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's enough. I granted a few more, but I didn't want to put any more out there because I just didn't. What was I going
Yeah.
to wish for? So the things that I wished for were
World peace.
world peace. No, the
Yes.
things that I wished were for a bag from the Fat Squirrel.
Oh,
Fat Squirrel
Deb.
speaks,
Yeah.
and a skein of yarn ink. I haven't gotten
Debbie,
the
you've
yarn
had
ink.
yarn ink.
Not
You
yarn.
gifted me yarn ink.
I gifted you yarn ink.
Yes.
Well,
Hang
maybe that's where I don't have it
on.
anymore.
Because you gave it
I
away.
was able to get into one of her updates at one point in time, but I oh no, I do have that yarn ink. Yes, yes.
I told you. See, do I need to
Maybe
keep up with
it
my
wasn't
stash
yarn
and
ink. I
your
can't
stash?
remember if
It was yarn ink, and that's why I was thinking, ding dong, you got yarn ink. I think you
I
think you
love her
didn't have
yarn.
yarn ink.
I love
You
her
love her
yarn.
yarn. That's okay.
So
It's a wonderful yarn to ask for and to have.
look, somebody you know who granted my Fat Squirrel Speaks
Oh,
wish?
did they grant it? Did you get it? Who? Amy Beth. Oh, Jules. Did
Look,
she get one for you? I thought it
I
takes
think
like
she had
5 months
I
to
think
get
she had
one.
it in her stash.
Oh, it must because it takes several weeks to
They're
get Amy Beth's
little owls.
owls.
It's
Oh,
a
they're
sock
so
size.
cute,
It's the perfect
Debbie.
size. Look at that little bag.
How sweet.
And
That
it
was
has
so nice of
one of
Jules.
these removable
Yeah, I love that.
handles. And look at what else she sent me. She sent me this little bag with tea. And look at these stitch markers.
Oh, how pretty, Deb. Oh, those are neat. Oh, wow. Is that a little fish?
It is a little two little
Fish?
fish. And this is by
Oh.
Creations by Uli. This is the I remember it, I think this is the one whose daughter was battling cancer. And the grocery
Oh.
girls did that send a note to
Yes.
Uli, remember?
Yes. Yes.
So, and this is crazy, Amy,
Oh.
because these stitch markers, they look like they would be really heavy, but they're not. They're super light.
Are they?
Each
Wow.
stitch marker looks like
It's like
that.
rings.
Yeah, and
Yes.
has little rings that hang down on it.
Huh. Pretty.
So, thank you,
Very
Jules. That
nice.
was so
Jules, that was
sweet.
nice. That was
And
so nice.
then I
There's
got
more.
there's more.
There's more.
I got another message from somebody else, just a private message, and they said, "Please send me your address, pretty please, pretty please." I said, "Why? What?
They're sending you
No,
a bomb. They're sending you some rabbit turds. Did you get some rabbit turds?
no." But I did
Oh.
send the address, and when I got the package, there was a little note inside. Let me find the note. The note says, "I couldn't leave Amy out."
Why do people feel like they can? You really can leave me out. That's very, very kind.
So look at what else I got. I got
Look
a
what else we got.
handful of these.
Hand knit with love.
It's a
Oh, it's
sleeve
like,
to
oh,
put around a
yes.
pair of socks.
Socks. Or a
So
skein of yarn.
I will send you a couple of those.
Okay.
And then I got one each of these tea with a little mini skein.
Oh, you know I'm going to steal your tea too because you don't drink tea.
Right. And this has a little announcement about Megan and Corey's new book, Knit Cahoots, remember?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, so
And
cool.
look, it has a little stitch marker and yarn hoarder. That's what's from.
Oh,
Amber, yarn hoarder,
you're
was the one that
kidding.
messaged me. I was like, Amber, you don't need to do that. And look at what she sent me.
What?
2 Amy Beth bags.
What? Oh my gosh. How did she get her hands on those?
She
Well,
must have had them in her stash.
Amber doesn't buy any one of anything. That's why she has two children. I'm surprised she doesn't have 12. She cannot buy one or have one of anything if you haven't
Look
noticed that
at.
already. Oh my God, Debbie. They are the
So
cutest.
this big one is, it must be her large wedge.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't know if you can see, but they're Christmas ornaments with
Oh
all
my
these cute
God.
little animals. And
Cute.
then this one
Oh.
is just like a springtime. This one says morning glory on it.
Yep.
Yucca, lily.
Cute too. Almost like the same colorway.
So there's one for me and one for you
Yay for us. And you've got
from
three of me bath
Amber.
bags, and I have none.
Yeah,
But
so
now I have one.
which one would you like?
You're going to make me choose. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because I like them both.
Amber, you're a
But I'm not going to.
sweetheart, and you're going to have a
Thank you,
little something
Amber.
coming your way
Mwah.
too for Christmas, just
Thank you,
because.
Amber.
So sweet.
Because Debbie can't
Oh,
help herself.
I forgot to show you these too. Michelle, Leon Michelle from Love by Little Map. Is that what it is again? I always forget.
Love by Little
Love by
Map.
Little Map, yes. She sent me a whole bag
I need the
of
history behind
these
that name. Lobster claws?
with, look,
Oh, the sign of the fish.
yes, a little fish so I can put them on my bags as zipper pulls.
Oh my gosh, Debbie.
She sent me a whole
That
little
was
bag
so
full of them.
sweet. What is wrong with her, too? Michelle and
So
Melissa
generous.
both
So I'm gonna
very
have,
overly generous.
I might have to make an order from her store of these and just make this be my signature
I think you need to.
zipper pull.
And when you're going to get back to your sewing machine
I'm
is the question.
actually working on some new bags for presents for Christmas for various people. So, but I
Ah,
do have some bags from Aunt Jan to put in the shop.
I heard a little bit. Hi, Aunt Jan. I sent a little package to Aunt Jan. I hope she will like it and use the things that I sent her. I want to see her bag. Show them. I heard that Mom's local yarn store grabbed a couple of them too.
Yes. So this is these now. She's a better seamstress sewist than I am. She is more of a
Oh,
perfectionist than I am.
well,
I
she used to
can't
make
even tell you.
quilts and all of
Like
that.
the edges of where the zippers come out, like the edges of the stitching, like perfectly
Yeah.
matches up on either side.
Oh,
Okay, so this is the first one.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Oh, Debbie, I love how they're like square, like tall. Ah,
And it's boxed on the bottom.
wow, she figured how to do that. That must
Yep.
be, I don't
This one
know.
is about 12 by 11 and a half. That one doesn't have any interfacing. And then there's this one that's 12 by 11 and a half.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And this one does have interfacing. And this has a beautiful, crazy, I love the crazy colors and patterns inside.
Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, that's so, she did, Aunt Janice, you did a good
She
job.
did a
Look,
good job matching
a
the
handle and
colors, huh?
everything. Yes.
And then there's this one.
Ooh, I love that one. It's kind of purpley.
And this has, oh,
Why didn't she say that that one was specifically for me? She knows I love that color.
she will probably make you 3 bags now that you've
Maybe she
said
could
that.
make more.
Well, do you want me to put this aside for you?
Put it aside for me.
Okay.
Unless somebody else really, really wants it, and then they can wrestle me
And
for
then
it.
she
At right
made
back,
this
okay?
drawstring bag. I told her that I was
Isn't
playing
that hard
around
to
with.
make a drawstring
No,
bag?
it's pretty
Oh,
straightforward.
okay.
Boxed on
Oh,
the
that's
bottom.
neat. are those birds?
Yes.
Oh,
The
like geese.
beautiful, like Japanese
Oh,
print
look at that with the moon.
with the moon. And look at the
Pull the
inside fabric on
string.
that.
Oh, that's really neat. Pull the string. I want to see what happens with it. Yay, it closes. Oh, that's a really beautiful bag.
Isn't that beautiful?
Uh-huh.
So that one will be.
That's
I'm gonna
pretty.
I'm gonna put these in the shop probably sometime this week. I'll probably take pictures
Okay.
today before I lose my light and get these in the shop, and then I'll put a little notice on Instagram. So there's only four because the other shop took three of them. So she had made
All righty.
seven.
They're very, very beautiful. I bought some more primrose yarn. This was like right after we got back from Rhinebeck. Maybe it was a little bit later than that. I don't know what it is with me with purple and greens, but I just can't help myself. I just cannot help
You
myself.
have almost three cubbies filled behind you with purples and greens in them.
What is wrong with me?
I don't know. It's your color.
Well, I had to buy Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Ronnie just took me to the movie 2 nights ago.
You bought the
Fantastic
movie?
Beasts. No, we went and watched the movie.
Oh,
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. You know,
yes.
it's the
Did you enjoy it?
okay. I did enjoy it, and this other and the mini is called Newt.
Ooh. Is that fingering?
Fingering Primrose Yarn Company.
Are you going to make socks?
I'm sure I will at some point. And look at this cool progress keeper that came with it.
My
It's a
battery's getting low. Hang on. I got to get the plug.
it's a car. Can you guys see
Oh,
that?
yes. Cool, Aim.
So that was my only thing that. Well, no, it's not. Sorry. Hang on. Time out. Time out. Time out. I also bought some yarn from Susan B. Anderson.
Oh, you did.
Yes, I did. I was enabled by the
Oh,
grocery girls, and I haven't opened it yet. I kind of remember the colorway, but I wanted to show the beautiful. It's a just a brown bag with a cool sticker.
nice.
Barrett Yarn Company,
Yes.
Barrett Wool Company, not Yarn Company, Barrett Wool Company, and this cute bag that's got all these little things on it.
That is so her. Oh my gosh.
It is so
So
her, and the
Susan.
colors are just so beautiful. Well, let me show you how beautiful they are. You gonna be
Now, Amy, I think you must remember that this is non-superwash, right? You remember that.
no,
You wash all your hand knits by hand?
yes.
Okay, never mind.
I just wear them until they get really grimy, and then they have a part of me on them. Totally kidding. And of course, like everybody was showing, you do get a card that what a great idea. That has all the colorways on there.
Yes.
So I chose Snowy Pine. Isn't that to die for?
Does it
And
have any tonality to it? It kind of looks like it does.
it's a solid. And I chose Bluff.
Oh,
And
wow,
that's pretty
Amy.
true to color. Isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
And it's soft, but it's woolly.
Woolly. Yeah. That's because it's
Oh, okay.
non-superwash.
So if you want to pick your nose with your microphone, go right ahead.
You don't have to laugh that hard. It wasn't that funny. Although it was funny. Okay,
That's what happens
so
when you smush yarn into your face.
I know. Sorry. Yeah, so I got Bluff and Snowy Pine. This one and this one. Snowy Pine.
Do you have any idea what you're going to make? You got the fingering weight?
Figuring weight.
Uh-huh.
And it's just so 370 yards. I mean, just go over and get some. You must. You must do what we say because
Oh,
nobody else does other than you guys.
you
So
know what
just
I
saying.
did?
What did you do?
I was out and about the other day and I went on Lolo's website.
Oh, now look what you've done. This is why we can't have nice things.
Well,
Did you buy some things?
she
It's not the
posted.
beginning of the year. She posts every day, multiple things.
I know, but she said that she's never going to have her signature colorways on the little minis anymore once they're gone.
Oh my
And
God, that is the end of the world. You needed some.
it was a perfect chance for me to try some of her colors without having to get a whole
Yes.
skein. So I
Yes.
went over there and I bought one of everything, I think.
Perfect.
And then when I was in there, I also saw and was reminded that she has her January yarn of the month club was Grease, which was
Yes.
the movie we had to
You
go and
had
see
to,
8 times in the
yes.
theater. We
And then
talked about
25
that,
more times. Yes.
so I had to order that.
Okay, so our next podcast, maybe you'll have a whole bunch of Lolo Did It
And
in
I
your
got
lap.
a couple more full skeins too. I
Had
was
to.
bad. I was bad. That was my Christmas present to myself.
Well, everybody deserves a Christmas present, especially when you've got plenty of yarn behind you. Guess what I got this week?
Yay!
Open on podcast.
Yes.
This is from Debbie. And then I was told after we didn't podcast last week that, well, I guess you can open it on December 1st. And that kind of tipped me off on kind of what it might be. Advent, 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 just saying. And then no, December 1st came along, and that was when I had to talk Debbie down from the edge of the bridge on her way home from work because we were going to do like a little video to pop in this podcast. And I said, forget it. You need to I said, do you have any liquor in the house? And she's just like, no, I need to stop and get a box of wine. I said, you really need to stop and get a box of wine before you go postal and hurt somebody.
I
So
was in a
that's
foul
exactly what
mood
she
that
did.
night. Oh, so
So that's
foul.
exactly what she did. And
Bad.
the next thing I know, I got a picture on text with her holding a glass of wine. I said, well, my job is done. I will send the bill for the psychotherapy in the car. Okay, so now I am opening it up. See if I can actually get all of the tape cut.
Are you by yourself?
Okay. Why, is there dirty movies in here? Is a Chippendale going to jump out? No, Ronnie's in the other room.
Okay, because you might need his help. But I
I
don't know.
might need his help.
I don't know. Go ahead and see.
Did you send me something that I'm not capable of handling myself?
No.
Now you've got me really intrigued. Okay, I've got a box of tissues within reach. I
No, you're
just
not
had
going to
to
need
feel it.
tissues, I don't think.
Okay, all right. Okay, so there's another box inside. Oh, okay. So we gotta. Okay, box number 2. Let's put this first one down. Now this box number 2 is bubble wrapped. Boy, Debbie, you got it going on.
Well, I saw that box and it made me have happy memories, so I decided I had to get the box.
Oh. Okay, so I got the box. Hold on, let me get the bubble wrap off.
Let me know if you see why you thought it made happy memories.
Yes. It says Joy, and we had an old English sheepdog named Joy, and the ice skates. We had a pond right down
Yep.
within walking distance from our house, and Dad would always go over and make sure we wouldn't fall into the pond. And
Make sure
then
it
he
was
said,
frozen all the way.
finally said, okay, it's safe for this year, so
How many
we could
hours do
skate.
you think we skated on that pond, Amy?
In Mother's ice skates that were 3 sizes too big.
Yeah.
That's why my ankles are so strong, because I think all those hours and all those days growing up skating in skates that were too big for me, but I kept
And
on
it's
and kept on and
funny,
kept
Amy,
on.
because I don't really remember Wendy ever really going with us.
I don't think that she liked it so much, maybe.
You and I, that was like one of the
Hmm.
things that you and I did together all the time. And we would take the shovel and we would skate and push the snow and clear the ice and we'd go
Yep.
back and forth and back
And
and
if you
forth.
ever noticed that ponds and not skating rinks are not flat ice. So when you're pushing and you go, oh, then you hit a stick that's sticking halfway up.
And
You
depending
can
on
impale yourself several
how
times.
quickly it would get really cold really quick, then the ice
Depend
wouldn't
how
be
smooth it
real
was.
smooth. If it got
Yeah.
cold really slowly, then it would
It
get
didn't it
real smooth.
it didn't stop us. This box could be a box of maybe it could be a box of socks. Okay, so now I'm just gonna open the top. Do I need to open up the letter first? Oh my gosh, they're all okay, you guys.
You can
Okay,
open the letter if you want.
let me take
Yeah,
the letter
open
out.
it.
But look. Did you take a little time doing this? I guess you did. Don't I feel like a complete heel?
Don't feel like a heel.
I feel like a heel.
Well,
I feel
heels,
like
you
an
need
ingrown
heels.
toe.
You need your heels to walk, and you need heels to have socks. So heels aren't all
Okay,
that
whatever.
bad.
Oh, you're unforgettable. And I know you made this card. Should I read it?
If you want, I don't remember what I wrote.
You wanted to remember? Okay, let me remind you. It says, "Hi, Aim. I bet you didn't expect a Christmas frog, huh? Couldn't resist the red and green. I've created this Christmas Advent garland just for you. I had so much fun putting it together, so I hope you have just as much fun hanging it and opening one little bag for each day of December. This past year is so full of awesome memories with you, creating and building this amazing community around us. I always feel blessed and honored to have you as a sister and more importantly, my best friend. I love you so much and pray we have many years together to keep doing what we love together. Maybe someday we'll even be neighbors. Hope this box, Joy and Skates, brings back happy memories. Love, Deb." See, I knew I had to have a tissue nearby. See, you didn't bring your tissue box. Here, you want tissue? Here's a tissue. See what happens when you send your sister such thoughtful gifts, then she cries. Okay, so
So when
here's my little package of my little clothespins.
yes,
Okay, so are they? Okay, yes, they are. They are.
I put
Let me see.
extra cording in there because I don't know where you're going to want to hang this, but it's
Oh,
meant
okay.
to
So
be.
they all
They're
these little
all strung
bags
together. That's why you might
are
need.
strung together.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I thought you might need help from Ronnie to pull it up and stretch it out. But you,
I will need help. Okay, can I open one, two, three, and
yes,
four?
yes, you may.
Okay, so the bags, and then once I take it out of the bag, then I put the item on the string.
You can if you'd like.
Very smart.
You don't have to. If you want to put it somewhere else, you can put it somewhere else.
Debbie, you have been secretly knitting for some time. This is Baron Vula, the Because I Love You wrap. And she has got it all. Oh my gosh, Debbie. This was the Because I Love You wrap.
Of course, yes, it was. I thought it would be good to be the first one because that was the first kind of
Oh my
thing we did.
gosh. I'm going to cry every one now. Okay, where's number 2? Here's number 2. Debbie, you've been knitting that I didn't know. You've been knitting things I haven't known about. That's not fair.
Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens. Well, yeah, apparently it happened more often than one time. Here's some more barefoot. Do we know what Debbie's favorite sock yarn is? Baron Vula. This was from Baron Vula, Barefoot Sock, Monkey Socks. This is one of your socks
Yeah.
in your box of socks, the monkey socks. Oh my gosh, they're so soft. Oh,
This is going to be the longest podcast ever, but we don't
I
care.
don't care. Mother and father have already turned it off because they've probably already turned on Dr. Phil because they would rather watch him and they can stop us anytime.
Yes, they'll stop and start us and
Look
watch
at these little cute little things on each bag. They're all different. I'm going to pull those off and put them somewhere too.
Okay.
Okay, so this one was, did you make some for yourself? Do you have a whole bunch for yourself too? Am I the only
Are
one that's
you
going to
kidding
actually?
me?
Well, I figured just knit 2 at a time. You can knit the minis 2 at a time too. This is from the Cozy Knitter, and you made socks out of these. Oh my gosh, Debbie.
I couldn't
These are
believe
so
I couldn't
awesome.
believe how that
Mom is going to be so jealous.
those
It's okay, Mom.
those finished. I couldn't believe how they striped and they finished like right at the right point.
Here's number 4. Today's the 4th, right?
Yes, today's the 4th.
Okay, so now I got to wait until tomorrow. And this was the Riley Rose shawl that Boston Jen.
Yes.
This is from Herbstblatt Regina.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And the pink
Debbie.
was O loops, I think.
Oh, loops.
The pink yarn.
Oh, the heels, cuffs, and toes.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't labeled. That would have been probably smart for you to do that next time, okay?
Okay.
Just saying. Oh my gosh, look at my three pretty socks that I'm gonna
That didn't
put
fall
on
in your
my
coffee,
garland.
did it?
Huh? No, it didn't fall. It didn't fall anywhere too far. Look, you guys. Oh my gosh, Debbie. They're so awesome. Okay, I'm gonna need Ronnie to help me. I'm gonna put it in here, I think. Or maybe in there. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
That was
Merry
so
Christmas a
sweet.
little bit early.
Merry Christmas a little bit early. Your things are coming, just I have to get them first before that I can send them to California, so be
Okay.
patient, even though you don't know what they are. So, got anything else?
Still have a lot more to show. Are you
Oh,
coming?
oh, well, please let you continue then. What is he trying to tell you?
I don't know. He's trying to surprise you or something. He needs to put a shirt on
Surprise
before he
me?
comes over. No,
Oh, it's
not.
Ghastly Luke. That's the only one that walks through the house without a shirt on.
Yes,
Luke, you've already been to a game. What do you get undressed when you get home? What's the problem?
he
Are you
likes.
hot? Are your hormones raging?
No. Okay, so this thing, I've wanted to buy a bag from this gal for quite a while, and
Debbie,
I
you're
think
getting quite a bag collection,
I
aren't you?
know I need to stop. And
I need to stop. You don't need to
she
stop if you don't want
she
to.
has the most gorgeous fabrics. She does a lot of Japanese designs and Japanese fabrics.
Yes.
Her shop is called Made by Might.
Made by Might.
Yes, Made by Might.
Ah, okay. Look at that
And
cool koi fish.
yes, and her on Instagram she's Izamite, IZA, Izamite,
Yeah.
MIGHT. And I bought this gorgeous Japanese,
Oh, wow, Debbie. That is cool.
and it has beautiful white on white print.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see
Mm-hmm.
that. And look at the gorgeous beads.
Ooh, wow. Instead of a handle, she has kind of something to grab a hold of it. Oh, it's a drawstring. Okay, got it.
And it's
Ooh, how
black, like
pretty.
linen fabric on the
Where did you
bottom. It's
find her? Did you see
she's
something on
I
Instagram?
follow her on Instagram, and I
Mm-hmm.
just, I went over there and decided to finally treat myself for Christmas. The fabric, the
Another
construction
Christmas
is
present.
all gorgeous, and the fabrics are kind of heavier weight linen, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
perfect sock size. Isn't it beautiful?
That's beautiful.
And I
Uh-huh.
just love the fabric. There's a little bit of metallic in the.
In the
It's
paint
like
or the
reminds me
silver?
of it's waves. It's like
Mm-hmm.
water.
That's really
So
neat. It
that's
has a
something that
Japanese feel.
yeah, Japanese bought myself. And then I forgot to show something that I got as a gift when Shannon was here, Shannon Raya from Sockcetra podcast and shop. Look at the
Oh,
bag she gave me.
oh my gosh, Debbie. That's beautiful.
It's like a backpack bag.
I know. I love those.
Look at that.
Sky has got a couple of those, and they're just very convenient.
Isn't
Oh,
that
that's
beautiful?
pretty. Look at that jeans material. Is it jeans material on the
No, it's like
bottom?
a heavy duty kind of
Hmm.
linen-y.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's just
I
my
like her little
color, so I
tag.
love that. I know her
That
little
was
tag is
sweet.
adorable. So we
Did you
did
give
like
her
a
any
bag
gifts or
swap.
did?
Yeah, I gave her
Oh,
a
okay.
bag.
I don't know if
And
you walked
then
in there empty-handed.
I have I have yarn that was sent to me as a gift, and then I have yarn that I bought. So we'll do the gift first.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
was contacted by a gal
Hmm.
from New York who has a store, Vita Lifestyle. Vita Lifestyle, New York, NY.com. And her little logo or theme is deliciously hand dyed yarns, dessert for breakfast.
Oh, that's cute.
And these are the two skeins that she sent me that go together, and they're both MCM.
Oh my gosh.
This one is called Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is Tiffany's,
Mm-hmm.
signature colorway.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one is called Blueberry Sorbet.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful, Debbie. Oh, wow.
Isn't that
Does it have
gorgeous?
sparkle? It looks like there's a
No,
shine to it
it
or
just
something.
is got a nice halo because it's MCN. And
Hmm.
look at her cute little tags.
Cute. Vita lifestyle. Very beautiful.
400 yards, 100 grams, MCN.
Hmm.
So
Cute.
those are going to stay
Those are
together.
beautiful.
I was
Yes.
thinking this would make a gorgeous 3 pips with another color, maybe a
Mm-hmm.
purple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was
Blue
gifted
suede
to me. So
shoes.
thank you so much.
Blue suede shoes from Lolo would be really pretty with that.
Yes, I think I ordered some of that when I went to my shopping spree.
Oopsie. Didn't you have that? Didn't you put that in your other socks, or was that a mini?
It was a little mini.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you got a full skein.
yeah. And then
Well, there
these
you
are
go.
2 yarns that I purchased. This first purchase was total enabling from Jody.
Grocery Girls.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
at the Grocery Girls. This is called Nitty and Color. And the tag kind of broke free here.
Oh my god, this headset's giving me a headache.
I'm sorry. We're almost done.
Okay.
This is called Hand Painted Yarn, Fiber and More. This one's called Twisted Peppermint on her Glam Rock Sparkle Sock.
Glam
75
rock.
merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina.
Oh, neat. Is it self-striping? That's cool.
No, I think it's just variegated. It's just
That's
speckly.
pretty.
Speckly and stripy.
Oh, wow. It almost looks Christmassy with red and
It
green pops. Is
is.
that why?
It
Yeah.
is. It's peppermint. So it has like a really, I
Oh,
think it has a
cool.
black, it has a black stripe. Maybe there is a
Yeah.
stripe in there with red and green and teal speckles.
Huh. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I see the teal. That's cool, Deb.
Can you see the tag?
Nitty and color.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So thank you, Jody, for enabling me to buy that.
Very good, Jody. Way to go.
And then the last one I have had in my favorites in Etsy, I think since I started looking on Etsy. And I don't know why it took me so long to buy this. I think this is a Christmas colorway too, even though it's not really named a Christmas color. The colorway is called, I don't know. Is it? She didn't write the color on here. I'll have to look it up. This is by Tumbleweed Yarn. And this is self-striping.
Oh, that is so neat. Those reds and greens.
So it's
I
got
can see. It's like
it's
a
a
hot pink.
It's a hot pink,
Yeah.
a real light teal, a bright green, and a real dark teal.
Ooh, that's neat, Debbie.
Forest green. It's not really forest
Very
green.
cool.
It's like a dark teal. And I have had this in my favorites forever, and I can't wait to stripe
Finally
that up.
got it.
I think I might have to do these two as my 2 at a time afterthought everything.
Oh yeah. Where you do the whole tube and then you cut it for the toe and then you put the afterthought heel in afterwards. Don't they put a marker of like where the heel is supposed to go?
Yeah, you put a marker where the heel is and then a marker where the toe, and then you just keep knitting. And then you separate it into 2 socks, and then you cut in the afterthought heels and finish the toe. I was thinking I would do one speckled and one striped.
What do you mean?
2 at a time. One speckled yarn and one striped yarn. And then now that I have, and they have to kind of be the same weight because you're using the same needle, right? If you're doing both at the same time.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like I wouldn't want to do a Berinwola barefoot sock with another, really kind of thinner yarn. And these two look like they're about the same weight.
So you'd use your 1 or 1.5? 1?
One. Yeah, 2.25 millimeter. And they're
All
both
right.
Christmassy, right? And I can do them like for Christmas, kind of. I won't get
So
them
you'll
both
have
done
like
by
2
Christmas.
pairs. No, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have to get them done.
But
That's a great.
both of these I can do just plain stockinette. It'll just be
A vanilla
mindless.
sock. Oh. I don't know that I could do that again. That almost killed me. No, it really didn't kill me. I mean,
It went fast. Didn't it go really
yeah,
fast?
yeah, but all my socks go fast. I can knit one sock in about 2 days
Well,
on
I
my
think
9-inch
because you
circs.
do your 9-inch circs and
Hmm.
you have it memorized, but I think that pattern was what saved you with those vanilla
Yeah,
socks.
it really did because there was times when I was thinking a little pearl might be nice, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it because one of the main two things, two people, Dessou said, if you knit that, because she's been a sock failure. I don't know how many times she's tried socks. Poor thing. She's like, if you knit a pair of vanilla socks, I will actually try it again. So she was one of my, I've got to do this because Dessou will never try socks again unless I show her that I can do vanilla. And the other one was Barb, Sue Craft Happy, my one of my friends,
Yeah,
neighbor friends. She was like, there is
there's
no
no
way you can
way.
do that. No way. Who are we kidding? This is Amy we're talking about. She can't do vanilla nothing. I'm like, I'm going to show her. And she even said, all right, I take
You
it
are
back.
stubborn. You're stubborn.
I take it back. She said, okay, okay. So I was able to do it. So is that everything?
I think that's everything. My goodness, you should see the piles around me.
I see the piles
Do you
behind
want to
you.
see a little bag that I made that was like a first attempt at a
Yes,
drawstring
yes,
that was
yes.
somewhat
You
of a
showed me a
failure?
picture. Yeah, but I want to see it.
Well, it
Why was
wasn't
it somewhat of a failure? Was it just too not tall enough or?
it's not tall enough, and I put the interfacing on the lining instead of the outside of the bag. I was
Oopsie.
no, that wasn't an oopsie. I did that on purpose because
Did it not work?
I wanted to see what would happen and how it would lay. I mean, it's a cute little the
How,
fabrics. I have lots
what
more
did
of the
happen?
fabric. This so the bottom is like this little feather, and
And it's a
then
square, complete square bottom, or
no,
that
it's
folds up?
rectangular,
Okay,
and then it
not
has little
square. I mean
birds,
rectangular.
and then the inside
Debbie,
is
it's cute.
it's almost like a yarn bowl. But look when you close it up, I
What's
don't know
wrong
that
with that?
you could probably fit one skein in here.
Of course you could.
You want my
Somebody that
bag
does.
down? Do you want me to send this to you?
Yes, of course I do. I love it. There's
You
nothing
get
wrong
all
with that
my
little
you
bag.
get all my bag duds.
Everybody's jealous because I have the one of a kind crap bags from Debbie that she doesn't feel like are well and are nice enough to put in her Etsy shop.
Yeah, these are not saleable. All right,
Well,
so
this certainly wasn't a crap bag. I got
no,
this is the first of the Zentangle bags, which we
yeah,
still need to talk in our New Year goals and wishes and what we want to accomplish,
I
which
know.
is probably just not kill anybody at work. I think that would probably be a good enough goal for next year.
I'm telling you, I don't
Not
know.
quit
I
our
just do
jobs.
one day at a time, and I take care of the most important things for that day, and then the next day
That's
is
right.
something else. That's all I can do.
This is why you and I didn't follow Mother's Path. This is not emergency medicine. You have to always tell yourself that.
Right,
Now, unless you are an emergency room doctor or emergency room nurse or a brain surgeon, because I say this is not brain surgery. Okay,
right,
if you are one of those three above, this doesn't work for, but most of life is not emergency medicine. It's
yeah,
not brain surgery. It's just we just only all of us only have so many hours in a day and we only have so much energy to devote to different things
yeah.
during those hours. So you have to prioritize.
And we take on way too much. Like we care too much about
Well, we just can't
doing the
say
best
no
thing
and
on every single
yeah,
thing, and you
yeah,
just can't. You can't. So
you can't. So knitting always takes priority, second to our family
right, most of the time.
sometimes. Of course.
All
Okay,
right,
so when are we going to podcast? We will definitely podcast.
we'll podcast again before Christmas. I think. Right?
Okay,
We've
the
got to make
18th is already
20.
spoken for. Huh?
We got to make 20.
Oh, that's right. Even if we do it like a Friday night or Saturday, maybe the Saturday before Christmas, maybe my only other two, because next weekend, We may podcast next weekend.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. I better get knitting on things that I can show because people are going to stop watching. They're going to be like, well, apparently Amy has just decided to quit knitting.
Yeah, because I mean, look at all the knitting I got done. I got my
Advent socks for
two
me.
pairs of socks. I got all the way down to here on my sweater, and I got a shawl started. And all those things that are there in that box that you're holding on to.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I did those overtime. I didn't do those all in
Okay,
one
I hope
sitting.
so because that makes me feel really bad, worse than I already did. Okay,
No,
so
no.
we've got to figure out who for the third winner, the oh my gosh, should I write it down? Seesaw 432. We got to figure out the prize that we're going
Okay.
to send.
Okay.
And so we'll
You're
get in
gonna send
touch with
some
those
Nitty by
ladies.
Nature, right? Nitty by
Yes.
Nature things, and maybe I'll make a little notions pouch.
Perfect. Do this. Hold up the little bag and send her that.
This?
Yes, because that's a cute. What?
Okay.
It's cute. It's one of a kind. Maybe she knits socks. Maybe she doesn't knit socks. But you know what? Project bags can be used for lots of other things. I mean, than just yarn.
It's tiny.
I love it. All right, we'll get in touch with her. I'll tell her to watch a podcast. If she doesn't want it, it won't hurt anybody's feelings because I would love it.
Okay.
And we'll find something else for her.
Okay.
A little Ziploc baggie of rabbit turds. Hopefully getting
All right. Well, thank you guys
Okay.
so much for sticking with us. We know this is a really long one. It's hard sometimes
Thanks
for
for
us to
keep coming
find the
back and
time
watch.
to get together because we have very busy lives, and
Mhm.
it's not very often that I have a quiet house, so that's kind of challenging sometimes, but we do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the comments and reminding us of all the stories that you love. I read every single one of those entries and all the
Yeah.
different threads, and we really do read everything, even though
Yeah.
we don't get to respond too much in the group. But thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yes.
There's lots of podcasts out there that you can choose to spend your
Yep.
time with, so we really do appreciate it. So
Yeah. And if you can't be kind,
be quiet. High five.
high five.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Mwah.
Mwah.